Are Magic the Gathering players funny? Welcome back to another week of MTG Meme Review, where we go on to r/Magic the Circle Jerky and see the top memes of the week. All right, let's see what we got. I only pick scissors. Wow, who could have guessed? Another lame-ass rock user ruining the game for everyone as usual. You did it, man. You got me. You beat me. You win. I bet it must feel so good. This is what's wrong with the new heads. They don't get it like we used to. We really gotta change the rule set, dude. It's not fucking fair anymore. Yeah, the MTG equivalent of this is somebody playing into blue and then complaining because they absolutely refuse to run blue counters. It's a fifth of the colors of the game, dude. You need a plan. Foundations, all right? We got Ajani, Vivian, Liliana, Chandra, Kaido. Get me Jace. He's not available. Then get me his non-union Kamigawa equivalent. Yeah, it's a weird poster. I almost wanted to defend the Kaido inclusion because it's like, well, Jace is off doing his own thing, but like, Liliana is just doing Survivor's Guilt on Strixhaven at the very least, so like, she shouldn't be there either. This is from MTG Goldfish. Hawktua recently went viral for her rant on EDH format. EDH's separation into 4 tiers of play once, oh my, so much text, man. I already see the meme format. It's, you know, Hawktua girl on her Talktua podcast talking about something that she wouldn't normally talk about. All right, one second. Sorry, let me read it. EDH's separation into 4 tiers of play won't simply relegate meta decks to tier 4, but will instead create 4 distinct metas, with each tier fostering an arms race for dominance. As a result, players will scramble to assemble the most powerful decks within their assigned tiers, leading to an artificial spike in card demand as certain strategies and cards become optimal in each tier. This will inevitably drive up prices for cards that may have once been considered budget or casual. For WotC, this separation serves as a brilliant tool to drive demand for a product. It's not a meme, it's just your opinion. You've just wrapped your opinion of WotC being in control of Commander into a meme. There's no meme, it's just your opinion. There's no joke. These first few have not been too strong. Let's see what else we can find. Most of MTG YouTube when the rules committee got axed. The future of Commander, take control, it's over, we react, bazinga, all the clickbait. Meanwhile, at Card Market Magic, can 2012 Legacy Miracles, one of the best control decks of all time, beat 2007 Legacy Flash Hulk, one of the best combo decks of all time? Yeah, shout out to any Magic the Gathering channel who was not covering Commander or the Rules Committee for the last like 3 weeks. It has been rough out there without complaining about the takeover. What would this break? Schrodinger's cat. It's a 1 and a white creature, cat. If this creature is on the battlefield, it is also in your graveyard. If this creature is in your graveyard, it is also on the battlefield, and it's a 1/1. And the flavor text is, what is it that has called you so suddenly out of nothingness to enjoy for a brief while a spectacle which remains quite indifferent to you? Yeah, it doesn't just go infinite with like any sack outlet, because second it hits the graveyard, it's also on the battlefield, so you can keep using it for sack fodder to just generate infinite mana because it keeps existing. It's an infinite mill with Altar of Dementia. Basically just anything that's sacking, any repeatable sack effect, this just goes crazy with. All right, next up. Okay, it's the same guy with the Far Side comics. He is still in the top. This was posted 2 days ago. I recorded on Monday. All right, Colossal Dreadmaw, we did it. 4 double green, creature dinosaur, 6/6 with trample. However, there was no question that on the south side of the river, the land was ruled by the awesome Tyrannosaurus Max. You just chose a dinosaur Farsight comic. You put no thought into it other than there's a dinosaur that goes with Colossal Dreadmaw. We've combined the Farsight comics with Colossal Dreadmaw. We've combined a joke that's been run into the ground with a joke that's also been run into the ground. This is peak Magic the Circle jerking. All right, next up. New to Magic. Under what circumstances would a creature enter me? When another creature enters, you gain 1 life. Only in my raunchiest fanfics. All right, next up. It is another Far Side meme, Straggler. It's not by the same guy, though, so I already like it so much better. Let's see what we have. Bump in the Night. It's Bump in the Night, and there's the Far Side comic panel. Uh-oh, Danny. Sounds like the monster in the basement has heard you crying again. Let's be real quiet and hope he goes away. Okay, see, that one kind of matches more. You know, Bump in the Night had to do with, you know, the monsters going bump in the night, and the panel very much works with that because you hear the bumping. I like this one a lot more than, it's a dinosaur, it's a Colossal Dreadmaw. Is your deck bracket 1? Do you run Thalia Heretic Cathar? No? It's bracket 1. Yes? Die, you CDH player. White woman save me. Calvin learns about Magic the Gathering. Playing Commander? I'll show you something interesting. The 2 types of Commander decks are aggro and combo. All decks fall into these categories. Rafik, aggro. Urza, combo. Yeah. Slicer, aggro. Gitrog, combo. Despite attacking every turn, Alesha is combo. You can't play aggro. 40 life, too much. You gotta do 120 damage, way too much. Aggro's not real. Slicer is a fake deck anyways. That's CDH. We don't play that here. My deck is a bracket 3. I keep this card in my wallet behind my driver's license to remind me. Gorilla is Gorilla Titan. I want a banana this big. Gotta remember what you're fighting for. Is this card legal? The cheese stands alone. It's Bearing Glory, 4 double white enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control no permanents other than the cheese stands alone and have no cards in hand, you win the game. The meat, on the other hand, has frequent visitors. So this is a play on uncard the cheese stands alone, which effectively reads very similar to Bearing Glory, an actual card. It's kind of clever. It's kind of clever. I'm not gonna laugh out loud about it, but I do appreciate the joke. Why do opponents concede to this so often? It's Dark Ritual. It's the alt art with all of our friends and pals holding the orb. I play on Arena a lot, and I mean a lot, and have a pretty fun Manifest Dread deck that, when works well, which is every single game as I am a regular Commander player, can possibly have 13 plus mana on turn 6. I know I really am that good. I have had 6 8/8s out on a couple occasions. Giga Chad Flex, I'm sorry News, but you cannot compete with me. But the last 8 games I've played, I hit it for X equals 2 or 3, and people still peace out. Yeah, even I found that cringe on our game. Who can blame them? Let's be real. I don't know, I don't feel like it's that mean when Atraxa or Atalia are in Standard. Like, it's not the best card in Duskmourn Limited, right? I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know what the Dark Ritual has to do with the rest of it. I feel like the text post itself is trying a little too hard, and it just comes off more forced than funny. Why is Edgar Markov worth so much now? And it's Edgar Markov with a Dracula Flow edit. My dad bought this card for just a couple bucks a few years ago, but now it seems to be worth $130. Did another card get released that makes this OP when paired with it, or did something else happen to astronomically shoot up its price? It's the Dracula Flow edit. It's not even a very good edit. The memes this week have been pretty terrible. Need help brewing a mono red deck for this commander that doesn't do anything. It's not even worth casting from the command zone. JD Vance, 3 double red, summon legend, triple red, tap, destroy target constitution. Vance, you're almost as good a liar as I, but Kamala hates you even more. Trump. Politics edit. I feel like these sort of card edits get a lot of upvotes on Magic the Circle Jerking because a lot of people on Magic the Circle Jerking don't like JD Vance and etc, which like, is fine, but if you're gonna post a joke about it, could you be a little more clever? I feel like just editing a card and going, oh, it's JD Vance, destroy target constitution, bottom text, is really ringing true of like Facebook boomer memes for Magic the Gathering players in their 30s. New secret layer. We've got Jesus Returned Savior as Edgar Charmed Groom. Card returns to the battlefield. And Jesus' Tomb. All right. I'm on board. We've got Lazarus Returned Friend as Ratadrabic of Urborg. All right. I like it. Got Preacher of the Schism as Martin Luther. All right. See, this is clever. Like, having Jesus' card be Edgar's that flips into the coffin and making that the tomb. That's really cool. I actually really like that. I like all the choices. Preacher of the Schism is funny. This is easily the best one so far this week. Not a high bar, but glad to see something decent this week. Very exciting. My pitch for a new plane. The whole thing is one big office building. Hear me out. There's elves and loxodons and stuff, but they all work in this endless series of cubicles and offices and meeting rooms, and everyone wears shirts and ties. There's a kind of liminal horror aspect to it that's popular with kids these days. Nobody really knows what any of the work they're doing is for. It's all kind of pointless busy work, which is social commentary, and also takes a lot of the pressure off of us to world build the plane. Why is it like this? How does any of this function? It's a mystery. Some resonant card concepts. Coffee Runner is a common that makes food tokens when it enters. Monster Boss is a big creature that costs less for each 1/1 you have. Elevator Odor is premium removal and limited in standard. Conference Call is strictly better Court of Calling. Necktide is an aura that turns off abilities, great for Commander. Stapler single-handedly makes Modern Affinity viable again. I think this setting is really viable due to the number of tropes it can draw on for card ideas and references. We could even do a The Office secret layer. I like the conference call is strictly better court of calling. That got me really good. And I think that's about it for this week. So looking at this week, it was a pretty garbage week. Massive drop off in quality. We are still seeing meme templates about the Commander Rules Committee and Gary Larson being dragged out way beyond their expiration date. Hopefully next week will be better, so be sure to tune in next week to see what the circle jerking community has come up with. As always, thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.